extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the 5th Annual Patient Safety Conference on the occasion of World Patient Safety Day, organized by Association of Nursing Executives, India, in collaboration with AIMS Guwahati. Theme: towards zero harm, safety from the start. Safe care for every newborn and every child. It is indeed an honor and privilege to have this distinguished gathering of leaders, experts, and participants with us today. To commence this conference on an inspiring note, may I now request everyone present here to kindly rise for the ANEI anthem.
We are the voice, the hands that care, guardians of hope, always there. With wisdom and courage, we stand tall, answering the call, serving all. In every moment, through joy and strife, we lead with purpose, we honor life, building the future with knowledge and grace, transforming healthcare in every space. Passion to action, our guiding light. For every life, we fight the fight. Upholding safety with hearts so true. We are ANEI, proud in all we do. Together we rise, united we lead, planting the seeds for a brighter tomorrow. Together we rise, united we lead, planting the seeds for a brighter tomorrow. ANEI, nurses make the difference to humanity, shaping the future with strength and unity. Passion to action, our guiding light. For every life, we fight the fight. Upholding safety with hearts so true. We are ANEI, proud in all we do. We are ANEI, proud in all we do.
Thank you all. You may all please be seated now. To invoke the blessings of the Almighty and to commence this occasion on an auspicious note, we shall now have the performance of the Satriya dance. Satriya is a classical Indian dance form from Assam, created by Saint Mahapurush Shankardeva, characterized by graceful, expressive movements, intricate footwork, and devotional themes. May I now request Banashri and group to kindly come forward and present the performance.
Thank you for your wonderful performance, Vanashri and group. Now moving on to the next. Light is the symbol of knowledge, wisdom and hope. It dispels darkness and illuminates the path of righteousness. To mark the auspicious beginning of ANEI Annual Patient Safety Conference 2025, we shall now proceed with the ceremonial lamp lighting. I kindly request the esteemed dignitaries to please come forward and grace this occasion by lighting the lamp. I also request any members to kindly escort them and assist during the ceremony. May I request all of you to kindly join us for this auspicious ceremony.
Kundendu tushara haradhamala ya shubhravasabrita ya veerabaradannamanitakara ya shvetapadmashana ya brahma sruta sankara pravitivi devai sada vandita samam patu saraswatim bhagavate nise sajadapaham nise sajadapaham nise sajadapaham.
To please come up and give up the welcome address. I also request to all the dignitaries to kindly come up on ANEI. Madam Ms. Loni Borpatra Gohai, ACS, Deputy Secretary, Department of Medical Education, Government of Assam. Madam Dr. Unmana B. Saikia, Vice President, ANEI. Madam Captain Ajitha Nair, National President, ANEI. Madam Mary Lindo. And Madam Dr. Manasi Sengupta, Organizing Chairperson, President, ANEI Chapter, ANEI. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I now request Madam Dr. Urmana B. Saikia, National Vice President, ANEI, to kindly come forward and felicitate our guest of honor, Madam Ms. Loni Borpatra Gohai, ACS, Deputy Secretary, Department of Medical Education, Government of Assam. Thank you, ma'am. I now request Madam Mary Lindo, Member, ANEI, to kindly come forward and felicitate Madam Captain Ajitha Nair, National President, ANEI. now kindly request Madam Ms. Nabanika Kalita, Member ANEI, to come forward and felicitate Madam Ms. Hangam Gomesh, Founder President ANEI. Thank you, ma'am. I now welcome Madam Dr. Unmana B. Saikia to kindly deliver the welcome address.
It is my extreme privilege and pride to stand before you as a Association of Nurse Executive India Vice President and advisor to this conference. Also, as the Principal of College of Nursing AIMS Guwahati, to welcome to the 5th National Conference of ANEI on Patient Safety. On the very onset, I would like to extend my gratitude to Madam Thangam for asking me to request our editor for this venue. And it's really, I feel that it is an opportunity for us to host you. Hope you will be enjoying over here. Anyway, my gratitude and welcome note goes to, on the very onset, to our honorable chief guest of today's event, Professor Dr. Ashok Puranik, Executive Director AIMS Guwahati. I'm really indebted to him, not as Executive Director of AIMS, but as the professional from medical fraternity, who is in every aspect, every events, not only the events, always from his core of the heart, gives the equal importance to the profession. As we all know, we have to work in collaboration. None of us can work in silo in the healthcare industry. So also, he feels and he gives the importance to our every event and encourages to do more. I always say him, not executive director, I say dynamic director. From morning 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I can see with the same energy. Thank you so much, sir. And my special thanks goes to you because you had a flight today from Ministry Order 820 you're supposed to go, but you postponed it and you are going to stay overnight in the Bangalore for this event. And my special thanks goes to you for that is showing that how committed you are for our profession. Thank you so much, sir. I welcome you. I'm sure you will be enjoying this event, whatever moments you spend over here. And now I extend my deepest gratitude to Madam Loni Borpatya-Gohai. We did a very short notice, so gracefully, humbly that you accepted our request and you really reached on time and you are so much enthusiastic to know about what is happening. Even yes, you thought it is only the AIMS program, but even then you made it a point to be here. So thank you so much, ma'am, and looking forward. Healthcare cannot work either in private or public or something like that. It is a universal. All of us need to work together. So I hope you will be extending support to change the scenario of healthcare. We are going to take the initiative from Association of Nurse Executive of India. Thank you, ma'am, and I welcome you. I welcome my energetic, dynamic president, Captain Aditya Nair. Please clap for her. She's unique in the sense I'm meeting many leaders. She's very good in figures, budget. So, and she's very active and dynamic. The way you can see they're coming from so far from Kerala for this event to have in Northeast. So, I welcome you, ma'am. I welcome the Madam Hangam Gomesh, Founder President, whose brainchild is the Association of Nurse Executive of India, for sparing her valuable time throughout this preparation of the conference, every single minute, and correcting every word. I welcome you, ma'am, Hangam. Yeah. So I welcome the Northeast Chapter President, Ms. Dr. Manasi Sengupta, also organizing chair for the session, And both of us really had a hard time to be away for more than a week, and still she coordinated so well with all her members and she could get everyone over here. A clap to her too. And yes, that young girl in the ANEI, Mary Lindo, from Supercare Hospital. She is the organizing secretary. She is nursing superintendent in Supercare Hospital. She is working really hard from Meghalaya. I welcome you. Yes, this is on the stage people, but off the stage, everyone much more important than we can imagine. On the very onset, from the off the stage, I would like to extend my heartfelt deepest gratitude to Dr. N.C. Bora sir, founder of GNRC Group of Hospitals, entrepreneur, social healthcare entrepreneur, who is available with us. Yes, sir. I don't want to talk about you much now because I had a journey with you around 25 years. If I'm standing here because of you. Anyway, sir, I just would like to thank you because you said, why don't you have some function at ANEI function at Guwahati? That is the first stimulating word sentence that made us do within a very short span of time over here. I welcome you, sir. I welcome Madam Manasi Bhattacharya, Dean Academics from AIMS Guwahati. I know how busy she is, but she made it a point to be here. I'm sure, ma'am, you'll be enjoying staying with us for the next couple of minutes. Thank you, ma'am, and I welcome you. I welcome our very dynamic and active medical superintendent, Brian Shah. Sir, please stand up. Thank you so much, sir. You are sparing your valuable time. And I also welcome the supervisor from Nursing Council, Urbanadas, for coming over here. I welcome all speakers, eminent speakers who are with us today. We are having speakers from all over the country, of course the participant too. So I welcome all of you, and I welcome wholeheartedly all my delegates. I know it is not easy to take a decision to come away from home, to spend the whole entire day over here. So I welcome you all. So I don't want to talk anything else, just want to say, as you all know, that patient safety is been a concern for us, all of us, and this time patient safety from the start, beginning of the life, from the newborn. So, the first and foremost thing, the newborn or the child, we have to be concerned about because they cannot express. And they are very fragile. Their immunity development does not happen very fast. So we have to be very careful for their safety. So this is our responsibility. We the nursing professionals are there for 24 hours, but medical professionals not even for 24 minutes, I say. So it is our responsibility to save the nation, to improvise the healthcare industry. So with that, we are having this conference and we are having eminent speakers, we will be listening from them. Also we have the dignitaries on the dais. And with this I want to end, but I want to send also a special welcome and gratitude to all the medical fraternity professors from AIMS. They are leaving their job and coming here to spend the inaugural function, to enjoy the inaugural function, and I welcome you all. And at last but not at the least, my backbone of this conference, entire organizing team. As it is very far, the people are from very far place coming and organizing the event over here, working day and night. I welcome you. I'm sure your hard work will pay you off. With this note, I just want to welcome each one of you I may not have mentioned and wish you all a happy stay at AIMS Guwahati. Enjoy learning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your warm and inspiring words of welcome. At this moment, we have the honor of inviting the National President, ANEI, Captain Ajita Nair ma'am to grace this gathering with her esteemed presence and wisdom. It is indeed a privilege to welcome her to deliver the presidential address. May I request ma'am to kindly come forward and enlighten us with her insight.
At the outset, let me wish very warm morning to all of you. Dr. Ashwani sir, and respected dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, Dr. Bora especially, and all the delegates of this workshop. I'm not listing out everybody just to save some time. I have 5 minutes to talk and I have a few slides. Usually I don't talk with slides, but I brought the slides only because of Tanga ma'am. She wanted to show me something, but then I had to add some slides which I made in the morning today. Anyway, so I just take you through the story of ANEI briefly, and my objective of doing this is to impress upon all of you to join ANEI and work for the health of the people of this country actually. So this is the ANEI story so far. So we have on the screen, you see our registration. It was registered in 2018, and we have GST and PAN card as well, and a lot of programs. So it generates money, we spend money for the nurses and for the betterment of the patients. So you can see the founder officials from 2017 to 2022 and the current officials on the screen. And they were our founder members. So Dr. Unmana was one of our founder members. That's Dr. Girdar signing the MOU with ANEI way back in 2018, which in fact was the reason for starting the ANEI. And this is the historic conference we had at Chennai in 2017, with which the ANEI started. And here is our executive committee. I'm not going to go in detail. So we have a very versatile website which is actively maintained by none other than Madam Tangam Gomez, and you can visit the website. ANEI.in is the website ID, and you can see why do we exist in fact. This is the structure of ANEI. We have the apex body, which is the executive committee, which comprises of all the founder members, officials, zonal presidents and committee chairs. And we have, now I take you through various activities. We have a quarterly publication. You see the various editions of a publication. On the website you can download all these editions and go through that. It is a truckload of knowledge out there. And then we had our achievements. If we say one of that is the training of nursing students on international patient safety goals. This was one of the ambitious program we took over as part of the pre-conference workshop prior to the national conference in 2023. And for past 3 years, I thought it is just prior to the conference, but it is still continuing, I must say. And we have taught more than 20,000 students in their classrooms through the trainer programs on 6 international patient safety goals. The idea is to save patients, preventing harm from happening from our day-to-day activities of delivering patient care. And this is the essentials of patient safety when we talk about it, and today's our conference is on patient safety. And we have various other programs. So one of the nursing leadership program we have is known as Enhanced. This is happening across the country in all major cities, and this is aiming to improve the leadership competencies of the nursing leadership. We have set up on a task of Einstein World Record. So this was also a pre-conference activity of national conference this year, and we have set the record of synchronous nursing training, which happened across 3 years. We have trained over 16,000 nurses physically in their settings. So this was one of the achievements of this year. And our signature program, flagship program is the ANECON, the ANEI conference, national conference, and we've had 5 of them so far, and you can see the theme of the conference. So it is all set up on a backdrop of transformational leadership. And we have had 5 so far, and the other 2 pictures you see is the brochure of these conferences. And if I come to the next one, these are the other conferences. This is the Princess of ANEI conference. Now this conference for past 3 years is in physically, we just had this in the month of May. Every year it is in the month of May last week, and last one was at Kochi, and many of you had come for that. I was very happy that we had a very strong representation of the Northeast. And this is the previous conference of this very conference what we have today, the Patient Safety Conference. And we each year have a theme as per the WHO theme. And we are at it every year. So we had a National Nursing Leaders Summit at Goa this time, and last year we had it at Kochi. So this is also aiming to bring together the nurse leaders. This is besides the national conference, and on the right side you have is our 1,500 strong members. So we have a very close-knit membership, and all 1,500 people are on a WhatsApp, and they do hear from us almost every day in a lot of programs. And we've had a publication last year by name Life, which is like learning ignited from errors. So this is the real depiction of 100 preventable errors we have experienced, collected from all parts of the country, from the nurses who have contributed to this collection, and this analyzes these errors and what could have been done to prevent that. And this is today used as learning material for the nurses and nursing students in the country. And we are shortly coming up with the simulation model based on these real life events. And this is our new program which is going to come up, which is known as ANEI Special Interest Group. So we will have, and starting with this, we'll have a group of infection prevention, nursing professionals, and another one on simulation, and the third one on pressure injury prevention. So these are special interest groups who will work on developing standards, protocols in order to prevent that. So this is my last slide. So we have many more programs. So by this, from the pictures you would have seen that this, our ANEI touches thousands of nurses across the country, and going forward we already have a patient safety fellowship program, so we have a full track on that today. We have Empower Hour, which on every month we have for past 3 years. We are coming up with a ANEI finishing school. This is a bridge program between the nurses finishing the training, the new graduates entering into practice. So this is meant to prepare them for facing the realities at the bedside. We are going to have a certificate program on advanced environmental hygiene and disinfection. This is about to start, and this will be announced, and this is an online program. We were part of developing a Digital Health Foundation course with Maharashtra University of Health Sciences and Koita Foundation. This is online. Whoever want to have this program can have. This is there at the website of APMHS, and some other universities are also, I believe, adopting this program. And all these are made possible because of the members, and also because of the collaborations which we have with the Association of Healthcare Providers India, with the consortium of accredited healthcare organizations, Public Health Foundation of India, APMHS, other industry partners like 3M, Kelmi, Diagosi, many more are there. So this is how we function, and we are there at the forefront of all patient safety activities. And this will happen, the patients will be safe if only the nurses are empowered, knowledgeable and skillful, and more importantly, the common sense should strike when it is required at the nick of the time at the bedside when you take care of the patients. So we are, with all our effort, trying to bring in that common sense among not only the nurses. We have realized that we should reach out to other professions professionals as well, because everybody has the same issue, all are human beings, and now we are even trying to bridge the gap between various other professionals in the hospital or in the healthcare, including the doctors. So maybe that we need to develop a training program on, same like we had it for nursing students, even for the medical students, why not? So we will come up with various more training programs, all with the support and help of its members, and we need to expand our membership. And I sincerely request, if you are impressed with whatever I have listed so far, kindly become the members of ANEI. It's very easy, just click the website and you can get the membership. And welcome all of you for a long association with ANEI, and that's it from me, signing off. Thank you for this wonderful venue and over 500 registration, I suppose, and that is a marvelous response, and very happy that it is happening at AIMS Guwahati. Maybe all because of we wanted to come and visit Bora sir. Nevertheless, he could not make it despite being awarded the Lifetime Achievement Award in our last conference. And that was the thought process, as Dr. Ulmana said, and very happy that we are here. And the Northeast chapter of ANEI is the most versatile chapter, I would say, with all people coming up forward. Mary is one example of that. So many more of such examples where you're, maybe it is because of the geography and the food you eat here. Not contaminated like the rest of the country, and very simple at the same time, very committed, honest, very interesting people, I would say, of all of you Northeast, and this is well-known fact across the country. Okay? So nurses, more than my home state, Malayalis, it is Northeast people now who are preferred across the country, I must say that. So there's a lot of future for you in the rest of the country as well, and most welcome to all of you to work in other hospitals in the country. Thank you so much. Thank you for organizing this and inviting me. Thank you.
Ms. Soni Borbatra Bohan Ma'am, Deputy Secretary, Department of Medical Education and Research, Government of Assam, to address the gathering. We are truly honored by your presence.
Very good morning to Dr. Ashok Purnay, ED AIMS, Captain Ajitha Nair, President ANEI, Dr. Ulmana Borgohai, Thankam Gomez, Founder President ANEI, Dr. Mansi Sengupta, that's okay, thank you, and Ms. Mary Lindo, Organizing Secretary, and our guest of honor today, Dr. Nomal Vora sir, all distinguished personalities, all honored speakers, and my dear nursing students and staff. At the very instance, I'd like to thank all the members of ANEI for congregating here in Guwahati for this annual Patient Safety Conference 2025. And on behalf of Department of Medical Education and Research, Government of Assam, I welcome you all. My Commissioner Secretary, Dr. Siddharth Singh, could not make it, having a pre-scheduled urgent meeting. On behalf of Sir, I am thankful to the inviting committee for being a part of this auspicious occasion. ANEI is a professional body which I have gone through last night to know actually what is ANEI, because I am very new to this medical profession, to this department. What I could make out, this is one of the premier professional body of the senior nursing leaders across the country, and your role which is far beyond in administration, and it influences not only the quality, it influences the safety, and more importantly the innovation in patient care. I'm happy to be a part of this conference, and this kind of conference actually it acts as a bridge between the patient and the education, the leadership, and more importantly the clinical exposure to strengthen the system and establish the culture of patient care across the country. I truly appreciate the highlights of this ANEI, where I could come to know that you are involved in standardizing the nursing practices by developing and promoting evidence-based guidelines for nursing cares, and recently I have seen the handbook of patient safety with a very heart-touching name, Life, and that has been released, I believe, and I'll definitely buy one copy from Amazon. And your focus on building, training and capacity building of the nursing fraternity regard towards the leadership of the patient safety, and I request for your deep involvement in making the policy and advocacy for this nursing institutions, and more importantly your contribution towards research and innovations will definitely be worthwhile. And not last but the least, you are, I believe, the harbinger of the holistic approach of patient care. And I will not take much of time, madam. What I have experienced, I have been enlightened by the guest of honor today that Dr. Nomal Bora sir met the lady with the lamp, Florence Nightingale. And at the time when there was disease, there were neglect, there were despair which were filled in the hospitals during the Crimean War. She was the only lady who walked at night in the wards, and she brought not only the light, she brought the ray of hope among the patient, and she taught the world that nursing is not just simply a profession. I truly believe that it is a calling. And it is a calling that is rooted with compassion, that is rooted with discipline, that is rooted with dedication. Recently, few days back, I saw a video where two of the nurses, they have exemplified their dedication during the recent earthquake. They were shielding the two or three newborn babies, and I truly believe that this is the living embodiment of the today's theme of zero harm to the newborn babies and to the children. When the entire hospital were trembling, they were shielding those two newborn babies. I understand you have lot of challenges, mostly the workload, emergencies, you have sudden exigencies, but sometimes we always should remember this kind of challenges defines the nurses, rather it doesn't define the nurses, rather your encouragement, your commitment is overcoming when this kind of situations you overcome, and that makes you extraordinary. You are very special. You are the heart of the healthcare. You are the heart of the healthcare. You are the guide. You are the hope. You are the dedication. And Madam Ajitha Madam has mentioned that there will be one more publication of this Life. That is something we need, a handbook of patient safety and patient safety, and more importantly when we talk about the patient safety in terms of the neonatals and the children, I think that is something more largely depends on us, and your every action, your every small precaution, your every ounce of vigilance that you practice can prevent the harm, and that can really save lives. My dear nursing staff, my request is please hold your head high. You are just not an ordinary, your job is not just an ordinary job. It is a mission, it is a service, it is a divine duty. I request all to lit the lamp of Florence Nightingale, and that should burn within each of you and remind the world that you are the backbone of the healthcare. Thank you so much for being the heroes in white who bring the comfort to the little one, to the children, to the anxious parents, and please do continue to serve with peace and pride and passion, because In every child you heal, you are touching the future of the world. I also take the opportunity to thank you and congratulate Dr. Numan Bora sir for his lifetime achievement. I will not venture much, but before I conclude, I thank the entire team of ANEI. It is also worth mentioning Dr. Unmana Bargohai, Principal cum Professor, AIMS, Guwahati, Founder Member, National Vice President ANEI, Dr. Meenakshi Dasgupta, Dean Faculty of Nursing, Assam Downtown University, for her warm welcome and hospitality. I conclude with the hope that your care will be their healing, your compassion will be their courage, and your dedication will be their hope. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Madam, for your enlightening and inspiring address. Your words have truly set the tone for the deliberation of this conference. We shall now move forward to the next segment of our program, the introduction and keynote address. The keynote session is always the highlight of such a gathering, as it provides us with valuable insights and perspectives from an eminent leader in the field. It is my privilege to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, respected Professor Dr. Ashok Puranik Sir, Executive Director, AIMS Guwahati, Assam. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Sir to deliver the keynote address.
Good morning, everyone. And from where to start? Okay, I think I'll start with welcoming all beautiful ladies, beauty with brains. Over here on the stage, Ms. Gohen, Ms. Gomez, Ms. Lindo, Sen Gupta, and our Burgahin, Urmona, respected Bora sir, our Dean Academics, my faculty members, teachers, dear students, nursing students, and all of you who are here, I welcome you with gratitude, and it is my proud privilege to be giving this lecture to you. So when I got up today, I had a newspaper, and I do read astrology, just for sake of what's going to happen today. And it said, you are going to be surrounded by a lot of beauty with the brains, and it's true. And I'm still having that, trying to control myself, all right? So I thought this is a very, very important topic, and I should really research about it. So I went to, the Google AI, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Google Gemini, and all that set. So then I tried to look for, meta-analysis and systematic reviews related to the patient safety and all that thing. And I tried to invest a lot of reading and all those things. But what I'm going to do is what my wife said, talk less and to the point. All right. So coming to the topic, in today's time, things are changing very fast. The very thing which is going to change about the safety issues is technology. So you all have to be technology savvy, and the automation, every hospital who is not going to adapt this is going to perish, let me tell you, and going to come up with the problem. So everything is today's time is technology driven. You will be amazed the kind of speed it is happening. Like if you do not have electronic health record for your patients, I think you are very, very poor and very bad hospital. So please invest on electronic health records. Right from their registration to discharge, everything is stored. Anybody can see, and you can interact, you can transfer, it is saved, it is accurate, it is clear, nobody can tamper it. If somebody tries to tamper, it is very evident. So electronic health record is going to make a big difference. The other thing is, now all the machines are AI enabled. It means it can predict, it can forecast, it can show, it can beat, it can give you indication that what's going wrong. So all machines are going to be equipped with the AI now. And the same thing is going to be incorporated in the robots now. So your profession is in danger, let me tell you. Some Sheila and lady will be assisting the robot, will be assisting the surgeon. The robot will be operating also. Not only you, so many people are. In many cities abroad, the reception is replaced by robots. And soon there will be human eyes, which will be acting everything like a human being, looking like, behaving like, understanding, meeting, doing your job like that. So this has a futuristic attitude, but nevertheless, the culture of safety has to be in everybody's mind and everybody's education, right from the management to the administrator, to the faculties, to the physicians, to the pharmacists, to the health worker. So it's going to be a culture of safety, the zero error, no harm, no risk. Every harm can be prevented. You have to be really preemptive into that. That culture of safety has to be inculcated in everybody's day-to-day work, whether it is related to the infection prevention, whether it is a fast prevention, whether it is a kind of a medicine error, whether it is a mismatch transfusion. So at each and every step, this culture of safety has to come in. Besides that, every incident should be reported if something goes wrong. Nobody should be blamed, but it should be analyzed that why this happened and how we can prevent in future such errors happening. And this should be also a culture. Then the continuous improvement, that is what is required, learn from the past mistakes. That is what is required. And now the World Health Organization is a global initiative for the surgical safety, medical safety, patient safety, operation room safety, labor safety. So many things is made a kind of a global campaign now. By 2030, we should be in sync with the world so that all these harms can be prevented, all this risk can be avoided. Still falls happening in the hospital. Why it's happening? So there is a human error. And when things are protocol driven, it can be prevented. That is what is the message is. So this is all about the surgical safety, medical safety and all that thing. And I wanted to share one small joke in the at the last. Similar kind of conference was happening, and then there was outside, all those podiums were there, and there was display of 3 types of brains, this brain $100 per ounce, this brain $200 per ounce, and another brain was exorbitantly high, In future, the brain transplant will be a possibility. $1,000 per ounce. So people ask, what is this brain? $100 per ounce. This is the brain of an engineer. All right, that can be transplanted. You can become an engineer. All right. This one, this $200 ones. This is the brain of a doctor. You can become a doctor by that. But people who are introduced, why this other brain is exorbitantly $1,000 per brain like that? Sir, we believe in culture of safety. We believe in culture of prevention. But this brain belongs to the politician. Oh, but politicians do not have brain. Oh, that is why we have collected from all the politicians. That is why it is very costly. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and thought-provoking address. Your words have given us deeper insights and renewed commitment towards advancing patient safety in every sphere of healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, the most exciting and awaited moment of our program has finally arrived. With great joy and enthusiasm,
you all had breakfast. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. Okay, we have a couple of seconds of interlude, so I'm going to use that time. Is that okay? Is that okay? I need some response. No, they call me here, so I always like to interact. So what is today? What are we celebrating today, the students? Patient Safety Day. Thank you very much. And what's the theme for today? theme? There are so many standees and photo booths. So what is the theme for today? I am assuming it's all correct because I cannot make out what you are saying. So thank you so much, and I really love the joke of sir who said that the brain that belonged to the politician. So there's another story that came to my mind regarding the politician. With all due respect to any politicians here, the story goes like this: that a politician went to heaven. And then, of course, Jesus was, pardon me, because this is what I heard. He was sitting and there were other people. And when anyone comes, Jesus will get up, invite them and come and sit on the chair and say, please come, please be seated. So when the politician reached, obviously, Jesus did not get up. So he was very offended. He said, how come that, you are not getting up when I am coming? So he said, I don't want to lose my chair. So that's the story that came to my mind. So now let me get into what I'm supposed to be doing. So, Dr. N.C. Bora, good morning, sir, and thank you so much for being with us. And before I can invite and read the citation for sir for awarding him with the Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm very sure there are many awards that he got, and this is our way of appreciating what healthcare providers of any cadre, it doesn't matter, nurse, doctor, administrator, we are so honored. And this was conferred to sir during ANECON in May 2025, but he was not able to make it, and we are very, very happy that we can do it today here in your own state, and thanks Dr. Muna for facilitating that. Thank you very much. Before I read, we will run a short video on Dr. Bora. please welcome Dr. Bora to the stage while I read the citation. This is my job. So ANEI is privileged to confer the Lifetime Achievement Award in Non-Nursing 2025 upon Dr. Nomal Chandra Bora, a visionary neurologist, pioneering healthcare entrepreneur, and dedicated social reformer. Rising from the humble beginnings in rural Assam, Dr. Bora's journey is one of the extraordinary perseverance and brilliance. I'm sure you watched all that in the video. As the founder of GNRC Hospitals, the region's first super specialty institutions, Dr. Bora revolutionized access to care through GNRC MediReach, GNRC Affordable Health Mission, and now you saw Universal Health Mission. So you have seen Sir's journey, and ANEI is very proudly saluting Dr. Bora for his enduring legacy and praying for him to continue to contribute to universal health coverage. With that, creating a healthier and inclusive India, may I welcome our President, Captain Adnan Nair, and Executive Director Chief Guest to confer the Lifetime Achievement Award on Dr. Bora. All the dignitaries on the dais, please stand for a group photo. Thank you very much.
Madam Noni Borpatalu, Madam Ojita Naya, Madam Gomez, Madam Mary Lindo, and two of my very dear students, Unmona and Mansi, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, AIMS, distinguished guests, invited speakers, and the esteemed delegates, and also my beloved students who are present here. It's indeed a very emotional day for me. One can get awards, but some of these awards are very, very special to you. So, three women in my life had the tremendous influence which had shaped my life. The village where I was born had a library with 400 books. I had access to that library and I had read those 400 books between class 6 and class 8. And two books had changed the course of my life. And one was on Madame Curie, the first woman scientist who had awarded the Nobel Prize. And she is the only woman in this world who got Nobel Prize twice in her lifetime. She had influenced me. The village school where my sister had taken me, you have seen me that in my video, had no science. There was no science teacher during those days. She had influenced me so much and attracted me towards science that I changed my school and came to another school for studying science. That was the influence of Madame Curie. None other than that. She worked as a housemaid at one part of her life. Later she became a scientist to get 2 Nobel Prize. Not only that, she was a wonderful mother and a wife. Her husband also got a Nobel Prize. One of the daughters also got a Nobel Prize. So, you can become a good nurse, good professional, can also same time become a good mother and a good wife. So she is my role model. I came in touch with her in my formative period of life when I was a school student. The women, what she can do in your life. The second woman was Florence Nightingale. So when he was little, I was telling too many things to her, we got little confused, Baba. So that's why I did not meet Florence Nightingale. She passed away 16 years before I was born. She passed away in 1934. But what she did in her lifetime and how she did for the suffering people had influenced me to become a doctor in addition to my mother and parents who were always sick. Then I thought that during those days I did not see a male nurse. All were women, whatever I had seen. I did not know that a man can become a nurse. This is true even today also. When I was seeing your video about the ANEI journey, then I saw all are women, right? Except Giridhar Gyani, my close friend, where you had signed an agreement. There is no man there. So you have a special gifted quality to become a nurse. You have a special gifted quality God has given you. So you are born for that. You can become wonderful. Nobody can replace you. And why I find it special today, what Florence Nightingale was doing to the nursing community 150 years ago, you are doing the same thing, Baba, this organization. So that's the emotional connect I find with you all sitting here and me. The lady who influenced me to become a doctor touched the lives of hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people in this region during last 55 years of my journey as a medico. For 55 years, it was the influence of Florence Nightingale. And I see in you a Florence Nightingale sitting here. Okay? You are my Florence Nightingale. This ANEI is formed by Florence Nightingale. And I am getting an award of lifetime achievement from my Florence Nightingale. This is my most dearest and precious award in my life. Most precious awards in my life. I always used to tell Mona Manusyanam, when there is a get-together of the nurses, if I get an opportunity to come there, I always say that this is the most inspiring day for me. Today, when I was not able to make it to Kochi for this gathering, I told Mona, I am so eager to meet you all. Can you do something in Guwahati? And she was so kind to organize this. And you were so generous to support her for this. I am really grateful to you. Thank you so much. The third lady whom I met after I became a doctor. So I was telling her when I was talking to her in the waiting room. So when her sisters introduced me to Mother Teresa in one of her visits, she took out a small card from her bag and gave it to me. She said, Dr. Bora, this is my business card. I was curious, what business she is in, Mother Teresa, and giving me a business card. I asked her, I could not control my curiosity, Mother, what kind of business you are in? She said, my business is taking care of poor and downtrodden. From that day onwards, I sensed the philosophy of my life. I am into business. All of us are into business. We are into the business of treating patients and giving them quality care keeping them safely, treating them with empathy. With the help of science and technology, which Professor Borani had emphasized. We must leverage them. But they cannot replace a nurse, they cannot replace a doctor. They cannot replace a nurse, they cannot replace a doctor. So these are three things. Way I treat patients, way I approach them, way I talk to them. These are all influenced by Mother Teresa's past. Yeah, it may be boring for Professor Borani. I know what he means by that. So but I must share, sometimes you get to do that. Through marriage, I met my mother-in-law. If you have read Maxim Gorky, the famous writer, Maxim Gorky became famous through a novel called Mother. That's a very unique character. I have read that novel almost 10 times in my life. Maxim Gorky's Ma, how a mother is. And the mother-in-law I got from my marriage. She was another lady, looks like. I got a Maxim Gorky's Ma in her. She was, when I started GNRC, she was always by my side, my mother-in-law. My mom passed away a long time back, so she had replaced my mother's place. So I should not take much of your time. I must thank hundreds and thousands and lakhs of patients who had given me an opportunity to treat and touch their lives, because of which you have rewarded me today. I must thank innumerable colleagues like Udmona Manosian. Many of you are sitting here with whom I have been working for last 55 years, soldier to soldier. Without that, I could not have reached this point today, thanks to all of them. Without that, it would not have been possible. This is important. Then the blessings of all of you, especially today's function, this award, the ANEI, one of the most noble and distinguished professional body. Most noble and distinguished professional body. I'm using the word noble, not flattery, Baba. There was a very well-designed survey in Australia. They were taking the opinion of the people, which profession is ranked one in terms of people's respect and dignity. Nursing came at the top, not even the doctors. Not even the doctors. So, you are one of the most important, sacred and noble professions. And having an award from a professional body like this is no less achievement in life. I am really grateful to all of you for these gestures and for this recognition. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Nursing Hospital, Guwahati, for receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award. Moving on. Now, we will pause and take a moment for acknowledging the efforts and support that have made this session possible. May I now invite Madam Respected Dr. Mansi Sen Gupta, Organizing Chairperson, President, ANEI Chapter, ANEI, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks and acknowledge all those who have contributed in making this session possible.
Good morning, everyone. Heartfelt greetings from ANEI Northeast Chapter. I, Professor Dr. Manasi Sen Gupta, the Organizing Chairperson of 5th Annual ANEI Patient Safety Conference 2025. Indeed, it's my honor and privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of ANEI Northeast Chapter and the organizing team. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Professor Ashok Purani Sir, Executive Director, AIIMS Guwahati, for accepting our invitation and your presence today in our midst. I am also thankful to Madam Loni Borpatra Gohai, Deputy Director to MERD, for accepting our last-minute invitation. Thank you so much, ma'am. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our very dearest and respected Dr. N.C. Bora sir, CMD of GNRC Hospitals, for accepting the ANEI Lifetime Leadership Award and always supporting and encouraging our profession to reach the highest level of patient care. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to Madam Thongkam Gomez, our esteemed founder president of ANEI and the advisor to this conference, whose unwavering guidance, meticulous planning and visionary leadership laid the foundation for today's event. Madam, your wisdom, your foresight continue to be the cornerstone for all our endeavors. Thank you for inspiring us to strive for excellence in everything we do. A special word of thanks to Captain Ajita Nair, National President and Advisor to this conference, for gracefully supervising and guiding throughout the planning period. A special word of thanks due to Dr. Unmana Borgohain-Sekia, National Vice President and Advisor to this conference, for graciously supervising the entire planning process. Your valuable insights, timely interventions, and constant support were instrumental in shaping today's program. I also wish to express my sincere appreciation to all our eminent speakers, distinguished guests, delegates, panelists, chairpersons, research paper presenters, QIP presenters, and also paper presenters across Pan-India who have taken their time from their busy schedule to grace this occasion. My deepest gratitude to all my core committee lifetime members of ANEI and this core organizing committee members of this 5th Annual Patient Safety Conference. And special thanks and love to Ms. Smiti Rekha Niyok, Ms. Navajani Datta, Ms. Rumu Datta Chaudhary, Ms. Navanika Kalita, Ms. Y. Superior Chanu, Ms. Emma Dakar, Ms. Aprajita Goswami, Ms. Mary Lindo, Ms. Sabita Bayan, and for all your support and cooperation rendered throughout. I once again also like to thank Assam Nurses Midwives Health Visitors Council for the credit points and for appointing Dr. Aparna Das as an observer for the day. At last, I also must acknowledge the tireless effort of all our organizing team, support of Assam Downtown University and AIMS Guwahati. Thank you once again. Wish you all a continuous success in your professional journeys. Have a great knowledge sharing day ahead. Thank you. Jai Hind.